Well, Dad was gonna oil the chains and he noticed that this lift, this elevator in here, was out of time. The side on the right was a link ahead, and the bottom down here is just the idler. It drives off the top. So I was able to get the chain loose and get the one that was behind jumped ahead a sprocket. But then we found the underlying cause. So this is kind of weird how it's driven. Right up there it comes up with that, what is that, 50 chain? And it comes up into this long crap. I don't know what this is, 2040 or I don't know chain very well. It goes through these little crushers to this sprocket, and then right there, that's the drive for this is the drive for the elevator. That's what drives it. So, but anyway, this bearing is out. So here's how they hold the stuff in. They got a cotter key in each end of a pin, and I ended up just taking a chisel and cutting that cotter key off because there was no way I was getting that cotter key out wedged in there. And luckily, that once I got the key cut off, it drove out real easy with a hammer. And we're gonna get a puller on here and see if we can get that pulled off and get to that bearing. Look at this, she's moving. I guess that's what shedding your equipment does. Oh boy, this wagon you can almost jump through. Touch it. Is it working?
No.
What?
Oh, no.
I don't think you're grounded. Touch the post with one hand and then touch the wire. Or are you too chicken? It's working. when they cut silage, he left 3 rows over here for some reason, so right now he's only picking 1. I better kick some to the back. Alright, dirty windows and all, but you've seen it, I'm sure, before. But only problem with this one is I can't reach the little clutch to shut off the elevator. The seat is a little further ahead than like the 4020 or even the 4430. You sit further back on those tractors. So I think this is a 40-inch picker, and we got 36-inch rows, so we're crowding them a little bit on one. That says you feed this row in, the close one, you feed this one in straight, and the other one, you know, you can be off on that one, but make sure this one's straight, otherwise you get so much fluff in the middle there. Maybe not so much with this because these stalks still have juice in them yet, but you get so much fluff in the middle and it plugs up right in the middle. His was a lot drier than this, though. This has still got juice in there yet. I think I'm going to have too much to fill the wagon. And I don't have another wagon to put this on. About 3 miles an hour. And we'll make a little round over here. Seen all them guys that used to freeze their butts off on a mounted picker out in the field. Or roast. Days like today, they might roast. And then freeze in November. Coveralls, mittens, to stay warm picking corn. Here you sit in a air-conditioned cab. And so we got the bearing put on there today. Or that wasn't that big of a deal. A little dry up here on this little sandy right here, then it changes right there. Yeah, the bearing wasn't that big a deal. It come off just like it was supposed to. I did torch the inside part off the shaft though. There was no place to get a pull. You couldn't get in there to get a puller or a grinder or anything. So, and of course, I was out of oxygen. So I went to my welding shop and got a bottle oxygen exchanged, and they had a bearing. This goes on an inch shaft. I asked Dad how many bearings has he replaced on this thing, and I think that's the first one. I don't think I've ever replaced bearings on this thing. So this thing is probably from the 70s. So I guess it pays to put it in the barn. And then he was showing me on here all the dents and stuff. This snoot up here is wrinkled up from my grandpa. He come down, it was froze, but it was starting to thaw a little bit, so the dirt road was a little greasy, just a little muddy. And he jackknifed the picker into the 4020, the one we got with the loader on it now. The wagon smashed into the back there by the husking bed. And yeah, that's how this snoot got wrinkled up. And that's how the back there got a little wrinkle in there. And the 620 has got, that's a different story. That's, the grill on that is ripped, because I think somebody run that into a wagon of corn. Or a wagon of corn rolled into it or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's how this snoot. That was probably 40 years ago that he did that. 45 years ago. Who knows? Before my time. So, alright. Enough stories. Let's get to work. Pretty good corn peeking out. These husks in here. It's unfortunate the rest of it wasn't very good, but well, the wagon's full, but of course that doesn't mean the wagon's full. This is how far I wanted to go yet. There. And here's, that wagon's not full yet. Here's what happened, this chain come off. And I don't even have a pliers with me or nothing to fix take the loosener off. And so we wait. I called. Good thing for cellular phones. It's more fun to pick good corn like this than crap. We'll pull a moisture test on it when we get done. But I don't know, maybe it's not as bad as I thought, but the mirrors I picked sure did feel wet. Oh crap, we got the end rows coming over here. That'll make you dizzy. Looks like there's 8 rows left. Last 8 rows. Should we take 4 and 4? 200 bushels of this. I always figure that wagon that I picked on is 200 bushels of shell. And so what, like 100 of ear corn? Put 36 rows on that, and there was 40 left, I think. That'll come out right, but I don't know. Alright, here it is. That's the end of it. Completely done with harvest. Later.